Thank you. I think we all know where we stand when someone is called a visual designer or a UX designer or a motion designer. But things get a little bit fuzzy when we hear product designer. So I thought I might try and clear some of that up. If you leverage familiar idioms and patterns to provide an unoriginal but satisfying and affirming experience, you might be a product designer. If you measure even your baby's development in sprints, you might be a product designer. If you worked on exclusively native mobile projects for so long that you've forgotten how to spell HTML, you might be a product designer. If while designing an app for heaven, you push back on the client to consider the user experience, you might be a product designer. If when designing an app for hell, even the client wonders if you're just a little too enthusiastic about user testing, you might be a product designer. If you think Dieter Ram's work was gaudy, you might be a product designer. If you got that joke without Googling Dieter Rams, you might be a product designer. If the only user for whom you have no empathy is yourself, you might be a product designer. If even your shirts never have more than 2 buttons, you might be a product designer. If you write thoughtful, viable copy, even for wireframes, and only use lorem ipsum to send secret messages to other product designers, vel et vitae proident dynasym. If you don't know how you feel about mood boards, you might be a product designer. And finally, if your entire existence is literally dedicated to reducing the need for all of humanity to lift a finger and tap just one extra time, you might be a product designer. If you're still watching this, you might be a product designer.